Alright guys, today we're going to be riding to Mount Vernon. We are leaving Jones Point, which is a very good starting point, and you're going to follow the bridge up. And to the right is the Woodrow Wilson Bridge. This is a slight incline. You could actually use the street on the left to bypass it, but at this point we're going to make a left and you're going to follow this trail all the way to Mount Vernon. There's a couple ins and outs that you have to watch out for to get there, but it's pretty well marked. So there's sunny sections, and what I like about this part is that it gets kind of shady at points. It's a good trail to get away from the sun. And this is Dyke Marsh. There are a couple spots where you can hike and walk into the marsh. So I like this part. It's shady and it gets you from the sun, and it's really twisty and winding. So if you don't like twisty, winding sort of trails, this is probably not the one for you. At this point, it becomes a road, and you see to the right is the George Washington Parkway, and then to the left there's these beautiful mansions that cost millions of dollars on the Potomac. They actually have a view of the Potomac and a view of Maryland from here. And there's going to be a slight incline here, and the road actually crosses over the George Washington Parkway on this bridge. This bridge is interesting. If you hang out here often, you'll see buses hit the top of it. At this point, the trail is to the left, but I'm going to be taking the road because this is a very wide road and it's very deserted, used only by locals, so I feel a little bit safer on it. The trail is very windy, which is fine, but the road is in better shape. One of the problems with using a road bike like this is that you feel all the bumps. And eventually you're going to cross over the road and you're going to go into the suburban area if you're not taking the trail. If you want to take the trail, it'll just keep following it, but I prefer to go on the road because my road bike is just so bumpy and the trail is not in the greatest of shape here. So at this point I'm going to hop back onto the trail, and I love how shady it is. It feels so much better, especially in 100-degree heat. Right over here you can go straight into the trail. I'm going to go on the street and I'm going to go into Fort Belvoir Park, and there's a loop you can do. It's kind of a cool park with lots of picnic grounds. There's bathrooms here, water fountains, and it's just a good place to kind of just do loops. And now I'm exiting, going to the right here, and I'm going to follow the trail. Always keep in mind where the trail goes, because at this point I'm going to go under this bridge, and it's a one-way bridge, so you need to make sure cars are not coming. There's a stop sign, and I'm going to join the trail right over here. If you go straight, you're going to go into George Washington Parkway, and you're going to be turning around again. This part is particularly beautiful because it's very scenic. You know, you have a lot of water on the left. These are the type of bike trails that are nice. After you cross this section, it's going to be a very steep hill that's quite long, and that's going to mark the end of the ride because the Mount Vernon Trail is right up here. You'll see a lot of people wheezing all the way up to this hill. It's a tough one, but stay in a low gear and just kind of pedal up. And there are some benches at the end of that trail that you can use, and there are water fountains. So this is the Mount Vernon house that belonged to George Washington. It is open. Most of the time I've come here during the pandemic, it's been completely closed. There are some benches you can sit here. There are no bathrooms outside, but there is Wi-Fi. And that's pretty much what the Mount Vernon Trail is. It's a good bicycle route, especially if you like to be shaded.
It's hot
a lot
out
of
there.
the bike trails going north are very sunny, and I particularly like this trail because it is covered by trees, but the only problem is that it is extremely bumpy on a road bike, and you're better off getting like a hybrid or mountain bike to go. But it's a beautiful ride. You know, I think it's probably one of the most scenic bike trails in the area. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.